And welcome back to Picking Fights with Friends. I'm your host, Chris Terry. Thank you for joining us for our UFC Fight Night preview show, Overeem vs. Sakai. Right now, it's kind of a shitty time to be a small business, so what I'm trying to do is use my platform to help small businesses in my community. I want to start by helping my buddy Steven. He has a window washing service. They're called Supreme Clean Window Washing and Home Cleaning Services. If you mention this ad, you get 20% off recurring services. You can book an appointment either through phone or email. Check him out on Facebook, guys. He has a lot of before and after pictures you can see. He does really, really good work. Did you guys see the fight over the weekend? Let's check out some highlights. What a way to start this card off, man. You got 4 submissions, all within 2 rounds. I've never seen anything like it. It was fucking insane. I'm sitting at home watching up. You get a submission. You get a submission. You get a submission. You get a submission. I was like, is every fight going to end in submission tonight? It's crazy, man. Good times. The first fight of the prelims was really good. Cyphers was doing a good job with her striking, and Mallory Martin had just had enough. Took her down the ground, got mount. As Cyphers is trying to get out of it, she ends up giving up her back, which is a really bad idea. Ends up getting subbed via rear naked choke. And then Mallory Martin would give like this battle cry that fucking like a banshee. It was crazy. So loud. You'd think she was in a horror movie getting stabbed. Hell of a win by Martin. And in the second fight of the prelims, we had Polyana Viana taking on Emily Whitmire. Polyana Viana sinks in a beautiful armbar, ends up going belly down with it for the submission in the first round. And in our third fight of the evening, we have Tom Brady taking on Christina Aguilera. Brady, man, that one hell of a squeeze with that one arm guillotine puts Christina Aguilera to sleep for the second round submission victory. Then our fourth fight and fourth submission in a row, we have Alex Caceres taking on Austin Springer. Austin Springer came in on short notice, and I bet he's wishing he would have stayed home. Springer got completely dominated. Caceres would take his back, lock in a rear naked choke, and put Springer to sleep in the first.
Flawless victory.
Bienvenido a otra edición de Rincón Casual con Tomás. Whoa, what happened there? I didn't even know I could speak Spanish. Today's edition, we'll go over the fights you saw over the weekend, and we'll make some future fight predictions. Why not? We'll do a couple. See how it goes. Okay, so here you see the main card that happened here. We'll go over the Anthony Smith and Alexander Rakic fight, and we'll also go over the Robbie Lawler and Neil Magny fight. And I'm calling them fights because, you know, out of respect. Otherwise, I just call them beatdowns. Any hoozles, let's go over the Robbie Lawler and Neil Magny fight. Neil crushed. He did everything right. He did everything perfect. He's a bad man, and Lawler had no answer for him at all. As you can see by looking at their numbers, Magny just outstruck the shit out of him. Let's look at the rankings. I could not find an up-to-date source on their rankings, but let's just imagine that they switch spots. Give Magny a good fight. He's fought a lot of those guys in front of him. He was supposed to fight Jeff Neal, which I still would like to see. But give him someone else, man. Give him anyone else above him that's a good fight, man. Like Damian Maia, or give him Rafael Dos Anjos. Give him anybody. I think he deserves it. Lawler, on the other hand, whatever, Lawler and Anthony Pettis. I want to see that. On to the Smith-Rakic fight. Another show of utter dominance. Smith looked terrible. He's probably thinking about retiring. So ranking-wise, it looks like Rakic is at 6th, and Smith went all the way down to 9. He's probably out of, belt contention. Forever now. Poor guy. So anyways, give Alexander the winner of Thiago Santos and Glover Teixeira, and then whoever wins that probably could face, the winner of Jan and Reyes. I think that'd be fair. That's probably not how it's going to go. The UFC, they love their rematches. So we'll see. But that's who I'd like to see next for Rakic, is the winner of Teixeira and what's his ugly ass face, Thiago Santos. All right, that's it for me, guys. Have a good week. What's the old saying? Stay in drugs, drink a school, and don't do milk. Peace.
Muchas gracias, Tomas. A fight I want to talk about a little more is Robbie Lawler and Neil Magny. Neil Magny looked absolutely phenomenal in this fight. Anytime Lawler got close, he got hit or took him down. Lawler landed a few good strikes, but man, Magny's grappling was on point. I think it's time for Robbie to call it a day, in my opinion. He could go to Bellator, maybe do a rematch with Rory. That'd be kind of cool to watch, but I don't know, in my opinion, I think he should hang it up. His best days are behind him. And our first fight of the prelims takes place in the bantamweight division. We have Cole Smith taking on Hunter Azure. Smith has a record of 7-0, is from Canada and stands 5'11" tall. Hunter Azure has a record of 7-1, is from the US and stands 5'8" tall. Odds makers have Cole Smith at plus 175 and Hunter Azure at minus 227. My initial prediction for this fight, I'm going to take Hunter Azure by submission in the second round. And our second fight in the prelims takes place in the heavyweight division. We have Alexander Romanov taking on Marcos Rogerio de Lima. Romanov has a record of 11-0, is from Moldavia and stands 6'2" tall. Marcos Rogerio de Lima has a record of 17-7-1, is from Brazil and stands 6'1" tall. Odds makers have them right now at minus 110 each. My initial prediction for this one, I'm going to go with Romanov by either knockout in the second or decision. Our third fight of the prelims takes place in the women's flyweight division. We have Viviane Araujo taking on Hannah Montana de la Rosa. Araujo holds a record of 8-2, is from Brazil and stands 5'4" tall. Hannah Montana has a record of 11-5, from the US and stands 5'7" tall. Odds makers have Araujo minus 200 and Hannah Montana at plus 160. My initial prediction for this fight, I'm going to take Araujo by decision. Fourth fight of the prelims takes place in the middleweight division. We have Andre Munoz taking on Bartosz Fabinski. Munoz has a record of 1-0, is from Brazil and stands 6'1" tall. Fabinski has a record of 14-3, is from Poland and stands 6 foot tall. Odds makers have Munoz at plus 120 and Fabinski at minus 149. Initial prediction for this one, I'm going to take Fabinski by decision. I think Munoz is going to come out of the gate and try to make a name for himself and give Fabinski a hell of a time, but ultimately I think Fabinski gets a decision here. First fight of the main card takes place in the lightweight division. We have Thiago Moises taking on Jalen Turner. Moises has a record of 13-4, is from Brazil and stands 5'9" tall. Jalen Turner has a record of 10-5, is from the US and stands 6'3". Odds makers have Moises at minus 189 and Turner at plus 150. I'm going to go with Jalen Turner here to get either a knockout in the second round or a decision. Second fight of the main card takes place in the featherweight division. We have Brian Kelleher. He was supposed to take on Ricky Simon. Ricky Simon was cornerman, tested positive for COVID-19, and he got scrapped from the fight. So they brought in Kevin Natividad. Odds makers right now have Kelleher at minus 227 and Natividad at plus 175. I'm going to take Brian Kelleher by decision. Third fight of the main card takes place in the welterweight division. We have Michel Pereira taking on Zalim Amadeov. Pereira has a record of 23-11 and 2 no contest, is from Brazil and stands 6'1" tall. Amadeov has a record of 8-2, is from Russia and stands 6 foot tall. Odds makers have them both at minus 110. This fight's really hard to pick. As of right now, this moment, I'm going to go with Amadeov by decision, but my mind will probably change 100 times up until Friday. Friday, I'll give you my for sure prediction, but right now I'm locked in with I'm going to take Amadeov decision. In our co-main event of the evening, taking place in the women's bantamweight division, we have SIJARA EUBANKS taking on Carla Rosa. EUBANKS has a record of 6-4, is from the US and stands 5'4" tall. Rosa has a record of 13-3, is from Brazil and stands 5'5" tall. Odds makers have EUBANKS at plus 120 and Rosa at minus 149. EUBANKS has a hard time cutting weight sometimes, so I don't know. I'm going to wait till Friday to see what happens, but I kind of like her in this fight. If she can make the weight. If she looks completely drained, I'm going to go with Rosa. Like I said, I'm going to wait till Friday, but as of right now, I like EUBANKS by decision here. And the main event of the evening takes place in the heavyweight division. We have Alistair Overeem taking on Augusto Sakai. Overeem has a record of 46-18 and won no contest. He's from the UK and stands 6'4" tall. Sakai has a record of 15-1-1, is from Brazil and stands 6'3" tall. Odds makers have Overeem at -149 and Sakai at +120. I'm going to go Alistair Overeem by a knockout. Hopefully the first or second, if not a decision. But I'm thinking he can get the knockout here. I'm thinking second round. Yeah, second round knockout Overeem. And my mind won't change on that. I'm pretty locked in with Overeem. Maybe the decision might change, but I feel pretty confident in saying Overeem knockout round 2. And thank you for watching Picking Fights with Friends. If you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe. Guys, please go check out Supreme Clean on Facebook. You can book an appointment via phone or email. And remember, you get 20% off recurring services if you mention this ad. If you have a question for me for the future fights, let me know in the comments and I'll answer you as soon as I can. Make sure to watch Friday's episode for the face-offs, our best bet segment, and more. All right, guys, until then, I will talk to you later. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Whoopee!